the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Let's get fancy.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
I'm always in turbo.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Hot stuff.
The aim to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners.
Cha-ching!
Oh, my goodness.
And valiant losers.
Bonkers.
Will it be the high road to glory?
You are my ray of sunshine.
Oh, stop it.
Or the slow road to disaster?
Sorry.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah.
Bonjour, mes amis. We're on the Isle of Wight with auctioneer Catherine Southern and dealer David Harper.
Have you been to the Isle of Wight before?
I've never been.
Oh,
This is my first time.
You're a Isle of Wight virgin.
I am.
Aha! The voiture du jour is a 1988 Citroën 2CV, or deux chevaux in French. But for this pair, the car is simply called Dolly.
The climate is warming slightly as well, isn't it? We're getting closer to France, so Dolly must be really cheerful.
I don't think we're anywhere near France. I think we've actually gone further away than we were when we started. You're not very good at geography, are you, Joe?
This is the third leg of their trip, officially the midway point.
I have never shopped for antiques in the Isle of Wight. I do not know what lies ahead.
No, that's the exciting part, isn't it?
It really is exciting. The only downside is don't have a lot of money.
No, I thought you were going to say the only downside is I'm with you.
No, it's great to have you, David. I can't think of anyone better to be with me and Dolly.
Likewise.
That's right. These two have been having a rip-roaring time so far. Catherine's really got her head into the game this trip.
Yuck. Help! My head is actually stuck in here.
While David's been making new friends.
A bulldog. Hello, Poppy. What do you think? Bulldog? Oh.
But despite some good buys, neither has had much success at auction. So it's still anyone's game.
How do you think I'm handling the hills?
You are handling Dolly beautifully, actually.
Thank you.
You and Dolly are becoming one.
I know. Girl power here.
They both started with £200. After two legs, Catherine has nudged her kitty up to £214.36. While David is slightly ahead with £263.66p.
Oh, David.
Oh.
Oops! Spoke too soon about those hills.
OK, start the car. Rev it. Right, keep the clutch in. Now you're in first, go.
Sorry.
There we are, back up and running. This trip kicked off in Ramsgate and will continue hugging the south coast towards a final showdown in Trowbridge.
Oh,
Oh, aren't they lovely?
aren't they beautiful? Actually beautiful. You are actually beautiful, do you know that?
They don't look amused to me. On this leg, we're hopping to and fro across the Solent between the UK mainland and the Isle of Wight. Beginning today on the island in the village of Wootton Bridge. Out of the road, Moggy, Catherine Southern is driving.
Oh, yes, here.
Is that perfect?
Perfect!
I haven't run over anything.
No, you haven't.
I've made sure Moggy was well clear of Dolly's wheels, thank you. This is the Dawes Hill Farm Emporium. Made up of 4 barns, there's a wide and eclectic range of items available, all curated by 30 dealers.
Aha, now that is a Beswick horse, if ever I've seen one.
Established in 1894, Beswick pottery is renowned for its fine ceramic animal figurines.
Beautiful scratch-built and hand-painted wagon made in the 70s, makes sense, by a local shipwright. This is a real craftsman piece here. The Beswick horse is worth 40 quid. Somebody would pay 40 quid for a Beswick horse. And the cart itself is really, really good. But I've got to be a bit mercenary. If I can shave a tenner off it, it'd be even better. Come on, Beswick horse, I think you might well be coming with me to auction.
Could be a dark horse in the sale room. Let's see if Catherine's searches are proving fruitful.
Now these are quite interesting, these ammonites. So essentially limestone, a fossil, hundreds, thousands of years old. And this is quite cool. How much is on that? £375.
Too rich for you, am I right?
So that's not going to be for me, but I do like these, actually. Victorian wrought iron balustrades. How many are there? Let's have a look. Let's get these out. I think I really have to have these. Are they 55 for the whole... Are they 55 for the whole lot? Or 55 each? I think they're 55 each, aren't they? Because if they're 55 for the whole lot, I'd definitely go for those.
While Ms. Southern heads off to find a dealer, how's Mr. Harper getting on?
Oh, I do like a bit of Dutch Delft. 1600 to about 1800. That was the magical 200 years that the Dutch were making these Delft ware pieces, which were effectively designed to copy the Chinese fine porcelain that was pouring into Europe at that time. So these, I would say, date to probably 1770. Pair? 20 quid for a pair of proper antique plates. This is the Antiques Road Trip, and these are antiques, and these Delft antique plates are coming on a road trip with me. I'm not negotiating, I'm just having them.
Sounds like it's time to talk to Mel and cut a deal. Watch out, Mel, he's coming.
Mel. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to perform my very first antique purchase on the Isle of Wight in my whole life.
Wow.
Yes, in fact, I'm going to try and do two.
Okay.
The first one is simple. Pair of Dutch Delft 18th century plates, priced at £20. I'm just going to have them.
Okay.
So that's my first deal done on the Isle of Wight ever. I'm going to put them there. Now I'm going to attempt to do another deal.
Okay.
There is a Beswick horse pulling a scratch-made cart.
Yes.
Do you know the one?
I know the one.
Ticket, £40.
I really like it. Can I make a bid and see where we go?
Okay.
The bid is 30.
I think we can do that for
Can we
you.
do 30?
We can do
Perfect.
30.
£50 in total, then.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
David's snaffled two lots, leaving him with £213. And while he makes a move, we'll catch up with Catherine.
What's this? McFishery's 1930s advertising pot. So that's the supermarket McFishery's that were around, I think, in the 20th, sort of mid-20th century. And I'm guessing that something like this would have been, in the time, would have been something where you'd put your, I don't know, fish paste or something like that, shrimp paste. Can you imagine? These days we go into supermarkets and we buy things in hideous plastic containers or little glass containers. Imagine buying something like that at the time and you use your paste. I mean, you could reuse this. This is perfect for today's society. Reuse, recycle. I love the idea of this. How much is on this? £38. And I just think that's incredibly attractive. If that could be £20, I would quite happily have that.
I could see a buyer in that. Anything else?
And pop that there. I found something else now. See, I'm on a roll once I get going. This is not my cup of tea at all, let me tell you. So this is high Victoriana, but this is not a Christmas card. This is Happy New Year to you. And it's so finely embroidered. Has this got a price on it? Oh, £18. I don't really like it, but I appreciate the work that's gone into it, and I think £18 is quite reasonable. People collect these. Right, that's two more possibilities. I am cooking. I think it's time to speak to Mel and see where we are.
Catherine's got £214 to spend. Let's see if Mel is in a generous mood.
Mel.
Hello.
Very diligent there. I found a couple of things.
Right.
So I'm really excited about the balustrades.
Yes, they're lovely, aren't they?
When I first saw them, I thought £55 for all of them was great, and I was probably going to have them. Is that not the case?
They were £55 each.
Right.
I'm sure we could do a deal on them.
What could we do on them? What sort of price are you looking for?
How about 65?
I think I might go for them because I think they're interesting. OK, 65, and then I've also seen you've got McFisheries paste pot in there.
Yes, I know the one you mean.
You've got 38 on that. And then also I've just seen a Victorian card, and that's £18. Could we do the whole lot for 80?
Yes, we could.
Very kind, Mel.
Lovely.
Thank you very much. It's been great fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Right, I'm going to attempt to carry some of the balustrades. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
£15 on the paste pot, 60 on the balustrades and 5 on the New Year's card, leaving Catherine with 134 to be going on with.
There we go. Look at that. Marvellous.
Don't forget your other buys.
Not bad for a morning's work.
Not bad at all, you're right. So cheerio for now, and we'll see you in a bit. Meanwhile, David has made his way 6 miles south to Newchurch to hear about the island's special relationship with a certain pungent vegetable and to meet the UK's garlic king, Colin Boswell.
Colin, hello.
Hello, David.
Great to meet you. Now, garlic on the Isle of Wight, it's not the first thing that comes to mind.
No, but we've been here for quite a long time. We've been growing garlic since the mid-70s.
Right.
But the story of garlic on the Isle of Wight goes back quite a lot further than that.
Well, I'm fascinated to discover it.
Well, would you like to come and see it in the field?
I would.
And I can tell you.
I would. I'll follow you.
Very good.
Garlic has been cultivated for thousands of years. Revered as sacred by the Egyptians, it was also used as a performance enhancer by Greek athletes at the ancient Olympics. Gosh.
This is the first time I've taken a long-legged, red-checkered trouser man to a garlic field on a bike.
First time for everything, Colin.
Well, here we are. We're going to turn into the garlic here.
How long have you been growing garlic then, Colin?
Well, funny enough, there is a story about garlic in the Second World War. About 250 French mariniers on motor torpedo boats, and a couple of destroyers too, arrived at Cowes. And they'd escaped from the Germans in Bordeaux and the north of France. And they came there, and the British government lodged them at Cowes and sent them out to patrol the channel and fight off the German E-boats.
While the French sailors battled the Germans, soon their morale started to dip. The bland wartime cuisine made the men homesick for the taste of France, specifically their beloved garlic. The RAF took action, and a mission was launched to bring garlic back to Britain.
And October the 26th, 1942, Pilot Officer Bridger took off from RAF Tangmere, landed in central France, southwest of Clermont-Ferrand. 2 agents got off, 2 sacks of garlic were put on, and he flew back and he came into the control tower at RAF Tangmere with a sack of garlic at about 6 o'clock in the morning.
That is such a wonderfully British story. I love it, even though it's got French garlic. It's perfect.
The garlic was planted in the field next to Colin's farm. It kept the French sailors supplied for the duration of the war and has continued to be grown on the Isle of Wight ever since.
Wow. And this is all edible. I mean, could you just eat it out of the ground?
Well, let's, you take that one just there.
Right.
I'll take this one.
We just pull it out?
Pull it out gently. There we go.
Right.
Okay. And then I'd go.
So would I. Oh.
And it hasn't got its full heat yet.
It has a tang to it. To me, it has much more of a tang than probably to you. What else can you do with it apart from eating it raw?
All sorts of things. And in fact, Natasha, my daughter, has got some cooking up at the farm.
Let's go and eat some more then, shall we?
Colin's family have been growing garlic on the farm for 40 years, and his daughter Natasha has even authored 3 garlic-themed cookbooks.
Hello.
This is Dave.
Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Natasha. Lovely to meet you too. Talk me through this then. Tell me about it. Is it a bulb or something?
This is a whole roasted garlic bulb, and as you can see, the cloves have turned into a lovely, soft, caramelised.
Very soft. It comes out of the pod perfectly, so it's obviously cooked perfectly. It's got a lovely texture to it as well, isn't it? It's all been texturised down. Is that a word?
Could be.
You can have that in your next book.
Thanks very much.
Garlic continues to thrive to this day on the Isle of Wight, and it's all thanks to some French sailors who missed the taste of home in 1942. While David goes in search of some breath mints, we'll get back to the Citron and Catherine.
I was feeling so positive this morning about being here in the Isle of Wight, but it's hairy round here. These roads are not made for me and Dolly.
Catherine's making her way to Bembridge on the Isle of Wight's eastern tip, where she'll find secret garden antiques and gardenalia. It's chock full of antiques and curios in here, stocked by Caroline. Catherine has £134 in her pocket, having already bought 3 lots. What else can she scurry up, I wonder? Lots of choice.
I was thinking glass, Isle of Wight glass. Actually, there's a bit of Whitefriars. This is actually known as the sort of trail pattern. So you've got a light blue trail of glass that's been ribboned round or wrapped round this sort of tapered green coloured vase. It's quite a tricky technique. This one, as I'm turning it round, I can notice there's a little chink in it. I don't think it's a chip. I think that is possibly an imperfection when it's been made. Perhaps it didn't quite trail round perfectly and it's just sort of dipped. But this one is priced up at £33. They've dated it as 1950s. I think it might be a little bit earlier than that. But nevertheless, I'm actually quite taken with it.
Well then, I suggest you talk to Caroline and strike a deal.
Caroline, I did have in my mind about coming in and buying some glass, and I did see this big chunk of Whitefriars. It's got 33 on it. What's your best sort of price on it?
Would 28 be okay?
28. Would you be able to do 25?
Okay, that's fine.
With a few scratches?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yes, that's fine.
Perfect. Right, I need to give you some money.
25 crisp ones, leaving Catherine £109.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
It's
indeed.
nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that rounds off a good day's shopping, I think. Time to collect David. We've got a ferry to catch.
Oh, look at this!
I know!
The Isle of Wight is behind us now, David.
It's been such good fun.
It has been.
Beautiful.
Get your 40 winks, as it's a big day ahead on the mainland. Nighty-night. Seatbelts on, it's day 2 and we're underway in the Citron.
We are back on the mainland in one of the most beautiful parts of the country, the New Forest.
Yes.
I love it here.
Yes, we're in Hampshire this fine morning, and Catherine's got all her eggs in one basket.
And do you want to explain to me, why you've got a load of eggs on your lap?
Yes. Well, the selling point of the Citron CV, of course,
Yeah, go on.
one of the selling points was that you could go across a ploughed field with
Yes.
a basket of eggs,
Without whipping them up?
without whipping them up, without them being scrambled, no
Okay.
omelettes. So I've probably got about 25 eggs here.
How exciting. Let's put it to the test, shall we?
Oh, we're going rough
Oh, no,
terrain
this is
here.
good. This is better. Hold on tight.
I am holding on for
Ready?
dear life.
So you've got to pretend we're going across a ploughed field at 30 miles an hour. There's going to be a hare that's going to jump out! Oh,
Mon Dieu! Hang on to those eggs, Catherine.
David! The eggs are good! Come on!
They all look in one piece to me. Très bien, mon ami. Now, let's review yesterday. Catherine splashed the cash on 4 items: a 1930s ceramic advertising paste pot, a white friar's glass vase, an Edwardian New Year's card, and a set of 5 late 19th century cast iron Gothic balustrades,
Marvellous.
leaving her with £109. Meanwhile, David has £213 left after buying a scratch-built wooden cart pulled by a large Beswick horse.
It's vintage and it's a bit unusual.
And a pair of 18th century Delft plates.
Just down there
Yes.
is a rather nice dish, bowl. You'll know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me what
It's
you thought.
really nice Delft with a lovely peacock pattern.
Yes, yes, you've seen that before, haven't you?
I have seen that before.
Yeah. How much did I pay for 2?
Well, I would probably think each they'd be about £40.
Excellent. Yeah, I think 50 to 80 in auction. For the pair, I paid £20.
Yeah, that was an absolute steal. Did you buy these in the same shop that we were in?
Yes. I saw them and I just had to have them.
And the eggs are perfect.
That's it. Absolutely ideal.
Oh. Now calm it.
Today's shopping kicks off in Lyndhurst. David has dropped Catherine off and is arriving at his first shop of the day, the Lyndhurst Antique Centre. He has £213 to play with and only 2 lots so far, remember?
Oh, hello. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. That looks ancient, and not very many people would know what that was. Well, objects will always tell their own story. It's a hanging lamp. It's positively southern India. So India is a massive landmass. This comes from the south of India. I think it's Hindu. So priced at £45. Well, I'd have to bag it for a little bit less to stand a chance making a profit in auction. I'm going to try and get it less, and if I can, it's going to auction.
Deal cutting time. Let's see what Jason can do. Jason?
Are you polishing there, Jason?
Oh, hi David, how you doing?
Priced at 45. Where can we be with it?
Would you make a sensible offer?
Yeah, I would. And I think it's sensible. 30.
30's fine.
Good man.
We can do that.
Good man.
30 on that leaves David with £183.
Keep polishing.
And that's David's 3rd lot done and dusted. Now, back to the Citroën and onwards we go. Just a few miles away, Catherine has made her way to the coast and the market town of Lymington. She's here to meet with historian Tim Wander at Lymington Harbour to find out about one of the most important people in the field of communication.
Tim, I don't think we could actually pick a better day and a better setting.
It's absolutely fantastic. Catherine, welcome to Lymington Harbour.
Thank you for having me. We've all heard the name Marconi, but I'd like to know a little bit more, a little bit about the history.
Oh, what a man, Guglielmo Marconi. He was a man born in the 19th century with his eyes firmly fixed on the 20th century, born in Bologna in 1874. He's the man who is going to build and create wireless communication. You'd know it as radio.
Marconi was fascinated by the work of German physicist Heinrich Hertz, who had been experimenting with radio waves. Marconi saw the potential in radio waves for long-range communication, and in 1894, aged just 20, he developed his own wave broadcasting system.
His great advancement was to add an aerial, literally just a wire in the air, and this then gives radio a much greater range. It moves from 40 yards to nearly 2 miles. He demonstrates this in 1894 and 1895 in the valley around his house in Bologna in Italy. His stepbrother firing a shotgun to say the Morse code signals had gone through. And he knew now that he was onto something that was important. But of course the Italian government, the Italian post office, weren't interested.
In 1896, Marconi took his technology to England, and the British Post Office were very receptive to his ideas. At this time, the only way to communicate long distances was by hard-wired telegram. Marconi wanted to be able to transmit to ships at sea, so set about experimenting on the Solent.
If you'd been stood here in December 1897, you'd have seen two gentlemen just there. One is a young man, his name is Marconi. He's with his assistant, twice his age, George Kemp, retired petty officer, ex-post office man who will become his lifelong assistant. And they're here negotiating for the use of two Solent paddle steamers. They're called the Solent and the Mayflower because for the next 6 months, those ships will become the birthplace of modern radio communication and for safety at sea.
Marconi's technology was revolutionary, making it possible for ships to communicate for miles with other vessels, changing the face of maritime safety.
Tim, what's this little box in front of us?
Well, this is a Morse code demonstrator training unit from the 1920s. So Marconi out there in the Solent had proven that his system was reliable. They could communicate with ships over the horizon, and that's a key factor in the safety of all seagoing vessels, because now they're not going to sail out of sight and be forgotten forever. Now they can communicate by Morse code. It's a simple one, it's a dash and it's a dot. And if you send it very quickly, someone on the other end can hear it, and that is nothing short of magic.
Marconi's genius paved the way for not just radio, but television, mobile phones, and even Wi-Fi. We'll leave Catherine on the seaside and head back inland to find David.
I love Catherine Southern. She is just the best travelling companion you could ever wish for. However, in a classic car, sometimes no conversation is the best conversation.
Enjoy the peace and quiet for now, David, as you head to your final destination in Salisbury. This medieval city is home to one of England's most stunning cathedrals, as well as the Salisbury Antiques Market. David has £183 burning a hole in his pocket and over 14,000 square feet of showroom to explore.
What is it about Chinese porcelain that just drives you crazy? I know it drives me crazy. There we have it. I don't know how many pieces of Famille Rose 19th century Cantonese porcelain I've bought, but every single one I've ever bought, damaged, undamaged, mint condition, rubbed, whatever, is always just utterly delicious. And because it has its original matching lid, it makes it a little rarer than a standard canister that you often find without the lid. 1880, 1890, Famille Rose pattern in enamel paint made for the Western market, priced at 60 quid. It's no money. It really is no money. Just another example of how seriously cheap, there's the word to use, cheap, real antiques are. We'll try and get it a bit less, and I think there's a trickle of profit, which at the end of the day, this is what it's all about.
That's right. Now it looks like your partner in crime has arrived. Catherine has £109 in her kitty and 4 lots in the bag already. Watch out, Catherine. David's lurking about here somewhere.
Stop! Turn to the left. Give me a smile, baby. Why? I knew she'd go the other side. Go to the right. Beautiful, you're stunning, you're nailing it, you're gorgeous.
David, you're an idiot.
Yes. He's a bit silly, isn't he? Now, let's get back to the serious business of procuring antiques.
I absolutely love these revolving cabinets because I always spot something at the other side and then you've got to wait for it to come round. So I'm waiting and I'm poised. There we go. There's other pieces of this. There's other pieces of Weems, Scottish Weems, in this cabinet. But this is rather nice. We've got, I think they're damsons or plums. Much nicer fruit than the oranges or the cherries that you see, or the roses. This is a much nicer piece. And signed on the bottom, as it should be. There we go. nicely signed Weems. There is a crack on it, but I might have to have that. Yeah, I think this one's for me.
I like your style, Catherine. Straight in there, no messing about.
Charmaine, you look hard at work there.
Oh, I've got time for you, Catherine.
I was actually drawn towards this because of the size. I thought it was a nice size, a bit bigger than a preserve pot, which is interesting, I think. Whether it had a lid or not, I'm not sure, and it has got a bit of a crack. And because of the crack, I'm not sure that it should be that kind of level. Can you do something on that? I'm thinking around sort of 30-ish.
I could push you to 35. Is that any good for you?
Perfect. I'm happy with that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
We'll give it a go at auction. Wonderful. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
That's Catherine, all shopped up. But how about Mr. Harper?
Wow, that is a cracking looking trunk. It's a metal trunk. Definitely metal, but it's a novelty steamer trunk because the form of it, the shape of it, looks like it's made out of wooden lats with straps and bolts. It should, in its shape, be a wooden steamer trunk, but it's a novelty metal one, which is really interesting and typical of the 19th century. That century was a century of discovery, of inventions. In fact, it's even got a patent number on there. So somebody invented this trunk as a novelty metal, wooden-looking trunk, and then patented the idea. Novelty, yes, but let's have a look at its condition. Evidence of the original paint there as well on the front, but a bit of a problem. So the latch has been snapped off. So it had a lock and a key, so it was, again, perfectly usable, but the actual latch itself has been snapped. But no one's going to take it on a cruise today, are they? So it doesn't need to be locked. Priced at £60. Well, I think I'm just going to have to try and have a go at that. See if I can get it a bit less. But if I haven't seen it, then maybe many others haven't seen it either, and it could stand a chance for a profit.
To the till we go. Peter on duty this time.
Peter, hello.
Hi.
Good to see you. Can we do a couple of deals?
Sure we can.
This should be easy, because I'm going to make you two bids. One on the Cantonese 19th century canister, priced at 60. Can it arrive at 50?
I'm sure that's fine. Yeah.
Fine. Done deal. Now, there is a metal steam trunk novelty thing. I've never quite seen anything like it before. Again, priced at 60. The bid would be the same, 50.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. OK, I'm going to leave the readies on there for you. Peter, great to see you.
Bye now.
Cheers.
And that's all our shopping completed for this leg.
What are you ha-ha-ha-ring at? I've got the better ha-ha-ha.
Lovely thing.
Back in the motor, time to wrap things up.
What are we going to do to relax tonight?
The night is yours. Can you do anything to entertain?
I can do anything to entertain you.
Magic tricks or anything?
Well, I can juggle.
Oh, juggling!
I can juggle.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you really?
Well, I can juggle up to 3 objects.
You with some eggs this morning.
I will.
for me.
I'll juggle eggs for you.
Will you?
Yes, as long as they're not hard-boiled, because I like an element of danger.
Sounds extraordinary. Let's get some shut-eye though first. Auction day has arrived, and our 2 experts have also arrived in Bournemouth.
Oh, it's a beach.
Thrilling.
It's calm, it's gorgeous. Wowza. I think I've got the handbrake on. Wow.
This is quite beautiful, isn't
It's stunning. Wow, look at that. OK, run
Should
before
we get
the car
inside?
rolls down the
Yes.
hill. Handbrake on. Stay there. That is beautiful.
They'll be watching their items being auctioned from Russell Coates House, an art gallery and museum, one of the last Victorian houses built in England. It enjoys stunning panoramic sea views.
Oh, look at
Oh, heavenly or what?
Meanwhile, their purchases have travelled north to Gloucestershire to go under the hammer at Stroud Auction Rooms. Bidding will be in the room, online and by phone. And the auctioneer today is Stuart Moore.
At £55.
Catherine spent £140 on 5 lots. What has Stuart got his eye on?
The Whitefriars glass vase will definitely be a popular item. There's a really good market for glass. It's a great, large decorative piece, and Whitefriars is the name everyone wants.
David spent a touch more, £180 on his 5 lots. Stuart?
The pair of Dutch Delft dishes, really nice items. I love the fact they're decorated with peacocks in a blue and white colour scheme, which is always popular. The few nibbles on the rims, that will go against them slightly, so we'll see how well they go.
Thanks, Stuart. Now, back in Bournemouth, are we ready for action?
Now, this is a real location. Come on, is it gorgeous or what?
It is gorgeous, but I'm a bit concerned about falling back.
Have you got vertigo?
No, I haven't got vertigo. I'm going to sit very much upright and just make sure I don't lean back with excitement when my items sell.
Or shock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More shock, horror.
More likely.
First up, Catherine's Scottish Weemsware jar. No cover.
It was a bit of a crack,
OK.
but just a small one.
Will it make 50?
I don't know.
£35 opens the bidding. 35 to 88. 35 looking for 8. 38 and 40.
Oh.
42, 45.
Oh.
Oh.
50.
Oh.
Keep going.
55 the bids with me. Do I see 60?
Oh, that's very good. It's only a little crack.
£55.
An excellent start to proceedings.
That's good.
That's very good. Yeah, I like it now.
Let's see if David's milk cart and Beswick horse will attract a buyer.
And £50 opens the bidding. 55 and 60 is still with me.
Come on.
5 is in the room. 65 and 70.
Yes.
65 to 75. At £75 in the bid.
No.
Do I see 80?
Enough.
It's a donkey shire.
£75.
Yes!
Galloping into profit straight away. Well done, David. Super.
I think the person buying it was just buying it for the horse thing.
Quite possibly they
Yes.
got themselves a free cart.
On to the next one. Catherine's Whitefriars glass vase.
Does it ring well? Did you check for any cracks?
There was what one might describe as a tiny, tiny imperfection.
Good. This is getting better.
This is good for you, not so good for me.
Lots of interest means I can start the bidding straight up at £48. 48, do I see 50? 5 with me. 55, 60,
Keep
5
going.
is with me. At £65 and it's on commission, do I see 70?
Very good.
I'd love
At
70.
£65 and it's on commission.
Got to be.
£70.
It's got to
At
be.
65, 70 is on the net.
Yes,
There you
I'm
go.
in that, thank
£70
you.
all done at 70.
Rightly so.
Oh, nice return on that. Catherine's done well there.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done,
I'm pleased about that.
Gosh, I would have bought that in a heartbeat.
Well, here's what you did buy. Rather cheaply, I might add. A pair of Dutch Delft plates.
How did you get these for £20?
Well, what I did is I walked into a shop, I saw them, I liked them, I looked at the ticket, it said £20 and I bought them. It's not rocket science.
£50.
Get in there.
£50 is bid. At £50 then it's on commission.
Easy.
55, 60.
Go.
£60 is with me, do I see 5? 65, 70.
Come on,
Go.
these deserve to do well.
75, 80.
Keep going.
85, 90.
Three figures.
95 and my bid's out at 95.
Oh,
Come on.
come on, they need to make 100.
Come on.
£95.
An excellent profit. Well done, David.
£20, turning it to 95. Congratulations.
It's a winner. They're
Well done.
winners. They're winners.
So far, so good for both our experts. Catherine's McFisheries paste pot next.
This is probably my weakest item.
If it fails miserably, it's not going to bother you too much.
I don't think it's going to upset me too much. but
OK.
It would be nice if it made £20.
25.
That's
There you
fine.
go.
Bids are both out at £25.
There you go.
That's fine.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
The good times keep on coming. Another £10 in Catherine's pocket.
I'm happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that.
Next, time for David's bronze table lamp to shine.
You paid £30 for this, David.
Yeah.
How's it going to do?
I think it will make profit, but they're not uncommon. So I think it could make 50, might make 60.
I can start the bidding at £32.
Fair enough.
35, 38 is with me.
Go on.
40, 42 is with me.
Go on.
45,
David Harper.
46,
Come on.
48 bid.
Thank you.
At £48 and the bids on the net, do I see 50?
Go on.
Go on.
Selling to the net, £48.
More profit. No losses yet today.
It's a trickle, isn't it?
A trickle of profit.
A trickle of profit.
I think it's a
but
good profit.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is that old lang syne I can hear? No, but it is Catherine's Edwardian New Year's card now.
Well, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It was lovely condition, and I thought £5 I had to have it. I was being very sentimental.
And £20 opens the bidding.
Blimey, yeah.
£20, then it's on commission with me. Do I see two anywhere? 22, 25s with me.
Very nice.
£25, 28 takes my bid out.
You can see they're so old-fashioned, but they're still collectible.
We're selling to the net at £28.
It's another winner for Catherine.
I think it's absolutely
I'm very
delightful.
happy with that, and
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised it made as much as that.
David's penultimate lot now is novelty metal steamer trunk.
I think you do all right with this.
It should be worth 100 quid.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Bidding 5, 6,
Go on.
5, 70.
Go on.
75. Do I see 80?
Come on.
At 75.
Gotta make
bids on
it.
the net look
I
great.
think you might be right.
£75.
Go on.
Bidding
Come on.
75.
That'll do.
We're having a jolly good time today, aren't we?
That's fine. 50%.
Very
Not a
nice.
bad margin, is it?
Well, I think it's very good. But what can Catherine make on her cast iron balustrades?
As soon as I saw these, I absolutely had to have these balustrades. I thought they were super.
£40 opens the bidding.
Oh, no.
£40, 42, 45, 48 and 50.
Oh, no.
55 and 60.
Oh,
Go
no.
on.
55
Come on, these have got to go a long way.
75 and 80. At £80 in the bids with me, do I see 85 anywhere?
Wow.
At 85, my bid's out at 85.
Oh, I'd have them.
Bids on the net then at £85 for all done.
Oh, I'd have them. Oh. Oh.
I thought they would make about £150.
I thought they'd make 200.
Not quite what she wanted, but still a profit.
It's a really good quick return.
And last, but hopefully not least, David's Chinese Famille Rose porcelain canister.
It's a lovely thing. It should make a bit of money.
I stop at £65.
Well done.
£65
Come on.
Stop bidding 70 in both my
Good.
bids rounds. 75 now. 75.
Go on.
80 for all done at 75.
Very well done.
Not
Excellent.
bad. Not bad
Excellent.
at all.
Yes, it's been a clean sweep for our experts today.
Happy with that?
Follow you.
Go on.
Catherine started out with £214. After sale room fees and some tidy profits today, her new total is £290 2 pence. But David also made some good returns on all his items today, and after costs, he's swollen his piggy to £385 42p. Good show all round, I'd say.
Well, the weather hasn't improved greatly, has it?
No.
Let's go water skiing.
Water skiing?
Yes.
Rather you than me. Cheerio, chaps. Well done. Next time, David proves to be a nervous passenger.
Yeah, but it's when I go like this.
Catherine shakes things up.
I can do cocktail.
Fortunes rise and fall.
Bonkers.
But who will really go down at auction?
Silence in court.
I'm liking this.